A new year means a new flip. Samsung is out to prove that it is the king of the compact foldable game with the launch of the new Galaxy Z Flip5. However, they aren't the only brand in the segment anymore. And so, with competition, have they innovated enough for them to retain the crown? That's what we're here to find out. But first, I'm here to welcome you back to Lip. If you're new here, we cover the interesting and fun products that can add a spark to your daily life. I am Nicole and I'm here to share with you my first thoughts on the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip5. Samsung also launched the new Fold 5, but since we're Flip fans over here, we definitely had to do this one first. We are planning to do a Fold 5 video for you, so I'll make sure to link that in the description so you can watch it when it's up. But first, let's go back to the Flip. Samsung invited us a few days before today's Unpacked event to show off its new devices. It was easy to see at first glance what was new with the Flip 5. It basically confirmed all the rumors that we've heard before that the front was getting a new 3.4-inch display. However, Samsung isn't the first one to bring this kind of form factor to market. Motorola kind of stole their thunder with the launch of the Razr Plus. Unlike Motorola's version though, it doesn't take up the entire front panel. Instead, it cuts off at the bottom of the camera, giving it a bit of the wide bezel at top. However, that really isn't much of an issue because it is still significantly larger than the Flip 4's display, and that allows access to more features than before. I want to focus on these new features on this first look, mostly because what I want to talk about here will revolve around that cover screen, because a lot of what's really worth talking about on the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 5 revolves around what you see before you flip the phone open. Let's begin with this new look. Samsung labels the Galaxy Z Flip 5 as a lifestyle phone. It's a conversation starter, an accessory, and you see that from the unique folding form factor up to the finish of the device. You can get the new Flip in 4 colors. One is the rather serious-looking graphite, and 3 new pastel hues in cream, mint, and lavender. I was drawn to the latter two and spent most of my time during the preview with that lavender option. Unlike the more matte finish on the standard Flip 4, the Flip 5 has more of a glossy look to it that's reminiscent of the bespoke edition Flip 4 phone. But even if it is a bit more reflective, the lighter color options are able to mask fingerprints quite well. The color and the look of the phone aren't the only talking points on this device. With that larger cover display, you actually have a larger canvas to show off photos and videos as your lock screen. Samsung promises more customization options for this cover screen, so you can even show more of your personality to it, making the device truly your own. If you're looking for that extra talking point, then you have it here. Another new thing about the Flip 5's look is Samsung has slimmed the phone down. When you put it side by side against the Flip 4, you can see that there is no longer a gap between the two screens when it is folded. Samsung revised its proprietary flex hinge to make sure that this no-gap design was possible. The new hinge should make the device more durable and the crease less visible. It was something I could instantly feel when I was holding the Flip 4 and the Flip 5 side by side. However, it's still not up to the standard that Oppo has set with the fine-end Flip. What works in Samsung's favor though is it has more viewing angles than the one on Oppo's. I don't have to worry about the phone slamming against the table when I have it at a more extreme angle. Speaking of durability and extra protection, the Flip 5 has an ultra-thin glass on the inner display. It's protected by Corning Gorilla Glass Victus 2 on the back, and it has armor aluminum frames. Like its predecessor, the phone is still IPX8 rated, meaning it isn't dust-proof or dust resistant. It's not a device meant to be brought in places like the beach or the desert. Samsung also wants us to know that it is continuing its sustainability efforts with the Flip 5 by using pre- and post-consumer materials for its construction. You should see things like recycled glass and aluminum on this device, and its packaging should be 100% made with recycled material. That's pretty much all that's new with the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 5's design. So now let's talk about what it can do. First, let's talk about the cameras. As a creator, the Flip4 has been a constant companion for me. It has made it easy to shoot even if I didn't have a camera with me. I could easily put the phone in interesting angles and positions, and it came in handy when I didn't have a tripod. When I was out with my loved ones, I could easily take group shots without even having to ask anyone else to take the photos for us. But I certainly wished it had that larger display to make previewing and blocking that much easier. So I am feeling a bit envious of you future Flip5 users because your lives are just gonna be that much easier. During the preview, I don't think I even used the inner camera to shoot anything because it was so much easier to shoot with the cover screen. I could easily take Gen Z selfies with the other creators, or I was able to prop it down on a table and frame a shot easily, even if I was shooting by myself. Having that bigger display also means Samsung's brought most of the settings you need for a quick shoot on that outer screen. There are still 3 shooting modes available on the cover screen. You get the standard photo or auto mode, portrait, and video. This time though, you can adjust everything from the aspect ratio to the different lighting effects in portrait, color tone, video resolution, down to even zoom. So whether you're shooting for shorts or doing a long-form YouTube video, you can already compose everything from the cover screen. The camera specs seem to be similar to the Flip4, but it will utilize the capabilities of the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 for Galaxy processor equipped on the Flip5 to help you create better photos and videos. With the help of AI, Samsung promises improved detail and clarity with digital zoom, maintained natural tone and skin texture, and less noise and better clarity in low-light photos and videos. We tried to take a handful of sample shots as you're seeing here, but we were in a bright studio, so it's not indicative of how it could work in other scenarios. That's something we hope to test out when we get our hands on unit. Aside from being a handy camera companion, what else can you get from the cover screen? Let's talk about the new features now. Samsung isn't taking the Motorola route. Instead, it's sticking to using widgets instead of a full phone experience on the cover screen. Having this larger screen also means Samsung's been able to add a QWERTY keyboard on the cover screen. You can type out replies to messages up to 30 characters max each time, instead of having to rely on voice or templated messages for reply. You can also view multiple widgets at once with a simple pinch to zoom action. Now, it's much more easier to get from one widget to another with just a little tap on the screen. Samsung's been pretty quiet about third-party support on the Flip5's covers, but we're kind of guessing that they want to announce more details during today's Unpacked. When we get access on that information, I'll make sure to add it in the description below. Samsung also really didn't talk about the battery life of the Flip5, so I'm guessing there isn't any drastic changes from the Flip4. As a Flip4 user, I typically carry around a power bank with me, so I'm guessing you're gonna have to do that, especially now since the Flip5 has a larger outer screen. But again, this is something that I'm gonna have to test out myself. The leap from the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip4 to the 5 is significant enough that longtime Flip users who have been waiting to upgrade might want to do that now. But I wouldn't fault you if you're also looking at Samsung's competitors, because now you do have more options to choose from. And that really makes me think that Samsung's hold over the segment isn't quite as strong as it once was. However, the company does have more iterations over its competition, giving it that leg up, at least for now. What do you think of the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip5? I want to hear your thoughts, so make sure to leave those in the comments. And if you have any questions, let us know. We definitely want to be able to answer them when we get our hands on a unit. So without anything else, we have reached the end of this video. I would like to thank you for tuning in, and I hope to see you on the next lit video. Always take care of yourself. Bye!